Hi everybody, this is Joe from PrepAgent. Today I'm going to talk to you about how to get your real estate license in Colorado. Colorado is a little bit unique in that everybody is a broker, even if they are commonly referred to as agents. With that being said, I'm going to go through the 6 steps to get your Colorado real estate license. As a reference point, I'm going to be using a page from the PrepAgent website that you can check in the show notes below. So, without further ado, the 6 steps to get your Colorado real estate broker's license. The first step is to meet the education requirements. Second, pass the background check. Third, schedule and pass the Colorado real estate broker's exam. 4, get errors and omissions insurance. 5, get together the required application documents. And number 6, apply for a new Colorado real estate broker's license. So I'm going to go through those in a bit more detail, starting with step 1 of meet the educational requirement. The Colorado Real Estate Commission requires that all applicants complete 168 hours of education. Courses can be taken through nationally accredited community colleges, nationally accredited universities, or a real estate school that is approved by the Colorado Department of Private and Occupational Schools, DPOS. Once you've completed this requirement, you can move on to the next step. But be sure to get a certificate of completion from the institution that you took the course with, or a transcript if you took it at a college. Now, there are some education requirement exemptions. For example, if you've been practicing real estate in another state for more than 2 years and are in good standing, there's no education requirements for you. You just need to provide proof in the form of a certified license history, and it must be issued within 90 days of the application and include any disciplinary action that may have occurred in the course of you practicing real estate in the state you're coming from. And if you're a practicing attorney in the state of Colorado, the educational requirement is pretty minimal. You'll only have to take a 12-hour trust accounts, closing, and record-keeping course. Step 2, pass the background check. Every applicant must submit fingerprints to the Colorado Bureau of Investigations. The fingerprints will be analyzed within the FBI system. This means that if they discovered an incident, it doesn't matter if it happened in the state of Colorado or outside of Colorado. Once you submit your license application, the fingerprints will be matched to your application, so you don't have to present them in person. Step 3, schedule and pass the Colorado Real Estate Broker's exam. Colorado license exams are administered by PSI. It is highly advisable you read through the PSI Colorado Candidate Handbook. The Colorado Broker exam has 2 portions, a state and national portion. You're given 120 minutes to complete the national portion and 110 minutes to complete the state portion. There are 80 multiple choice questions on the national portion and 74 multiple choice questions on the state portion. The exam fee is $44.95 for the first time, and if you need to retake the exam, you'll pay an additional $42.50 fee. The 2 portions of the exam are scored independently. To pass the national portion, you'll need at least 60 correct answers. To pass the state portion, you'll need at least 53 questions right. The good news is, if you only fail one portion of the exam, you just have to retake that part. You don't have to redo both. So if you fail the state but pass the national's done, and vice versa. Step 4, get E&O insurance. In other states, real estate agents do not have to worry about errors and omissions insurance because their broker has it covered. But in Colorado, there are only brokers and employing brokers. That means if you're trying to get a new real estate license in Colorado, you have to have E&O insurance before you can start working. The E&O insurance policy must be current and it must cover all real estate activity that requires a license. Step 5, gather together all the required application documents. Now that you've completed the required real estate education for a Colorado real estate broker's license, gotten fingerprints, passed the exam, and lined up E&O insurance, you're ready to submit your application. Failing to submit all the proper documentation can really lead to long delays in getting your license, which means it's going to take that much longer for you to be selling some nice luxury homes in Aspen, Denver, or wherever it is you want to sell homes in Colorado. For more detailed information on everything you need to submit, I refer you to the link in the show notes below that goes to the PrepAgent website. There it gives a much more detailed list of all the items you need to have when you submit your application. So check that so that there's no errors made. Step 6, apply for a new Colorado real estate broker's license. Now comes the fun part. Colorado uses an online application system, which is much better than other states where you got to mail it in, wait. It's a whole process that's not a lot of fun. So kudos to you, Colorado. To access and complete the application, go to the Colorado Division of Real Estate online e-license portal. Register for an account if you haven't already. Log in and click on the Create Continue Application for New License link. Select real estate brokers to open the correct application. Fill out the application, completely answering all applicable questions. Upload all required documents. Pay the $485 broker application fee, and voila. As long as everything's submitted and nothing came up in your background check, you'll be issued a Colorado real estate license. And because of the way the process is set up, you'll be ready to start working as a real estate broker in the state of Colorado immediately. Well, this is Joe from PrepAgent. I hope that helped. And as always, keep it concise and keep it simple.